Hi guys, have you ever wondered why whenever you need to do something important, all of a sudden you start to feel weak in your body? You feel procrastination and sloth. And it doesn't even have to do something with God or something spiritual. It can be something completely secular, like doing your homework or some chores. But you still feel weak and you don't want to do it. And you can especially feel this when you have to pray or serve God in any way. And actually, this happens to everyone, even to the most disciplined people. And this made me wonder, why does this happen? And it becomes clear when we turn to look for the answers in the Bible. Hosea 14, line 2 says, "For you become weak through your wrongdoings." Have you ever noticed how when you start off your day well, everything comes easier to you? But as soon as you start slipping in sin like gluttony, lust, envy, slavery, or really anything that's your stumbling block, everything all of a sudden starts to fall apart. And there's actually a biblical explanation to that. Proverbs 25, line 28 says, "Like a city whose walls are broken into is a person who lacks self control." So, as soon as we give the devil a foothold, he can exploit what is already cracked. So, this procrastination or weakness that you're feeling isn't actually a result of sudden change. It's usually an outcome of small choices you made earlier in the day. Song of Solomon 2, line 15 says, "Catch the little foxes that ruin the vineyard." So you have to be vigilant of the small actions you take throughout the day because we usually compromise on those, and this leads to lower resistance to the next action because it's really rarely one wrongdoing that we did. It's usually a pattern that we don't even notice throughout the day that leads us to this procrastination and weakness. But we also have to remember that the righteous fall 7 times and rises again. Proverbs 24, line 16. So God calls us to return as quickly as we can so we don't spiral again. So yes, it's the sin that weakens self-control, and weakened self-control leads to sloth and procrastination. But what do we do to actually stay alert and sober-minded? Proverbs 4, line 23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do falls from it." So discipline doesn't start with doing more. It actually starts with letting less in. So you have to be intentional with everything that you do, what you eat, where you go, who you talk to, what you listen to, and what you watch. Because those small actions, they will make a big difference. But most important, don't forget to bring God into this because He's the ultimate helper to procrastination. Amen, and God bless you.